Hey there guys, welcome to another episode of Alan's Collection. Today I give you a man that needs no introductions. We're talking about the billionaire, genius, playboy, philanthropist, Tony Stark. And with him, I keep on growing the classic Avengers collection. So, let's begin! Hasbro Marvel Legends 20 years anniversary Iron Man. Okay guys, here we have a classic character and someone who collectors are very fond of. We're talking about Iron Man. So let's check out this 20th anniversary tribute to Marvel Legends ever since Toy Biz started this awesome line, guys. So let's check out the outer box. This is a recreation or homage to the Toy Biz vintage Marvel Legends line. So we can see the figure and his accessories. And on the back we can see a printed example of a vintage comic cover from back in the day, guys. Number 174 to be precise. We also have the classic Marvel Legends logo here. And the 20 years anniversary print. And to the sides we have multiple character logos. We can see Daredevil, Avengers, Fantastic Four, X-Men and many more. Now let's check out the back of the box. Here we have the logo Marvel Legends, the figure in an action pose, the start label on the back. And below we have information about how and when Marvel Legends started. On the sides we have again logos of famous Marvel characters and teams. And below in the outer box we have all the legal information. And that's it for the outer box. We're back to the front of the box. So let's check out now the blister box, guys. Okay guys, here we have the blister box. And you can now appreciate even more the figure, his accessories, and even his base plate. Okay guys, it's time to review the vanilla pose. Okay guys, what a fantastic moment we have here by reviewing Iron Man himself. And of course, this is the tech genius, the sponsor of the Avengers, an original Avenger himself, Tony Stark. So let's check this figure out. So let's start with the body sculpt first. First of all, Iron Man is portraying his classic vintage red and yellow colors. As you can see, this figure is nicely painted. Overall, it's a very clean painting. However, on the arc reactor, we're able to detect some yellow paint bleeding, which is a bummer, guys. But apart from that, the red on the chest, gloves and boots is nicely painted. The torso is all muscly, has a lot of muscles, as well as the arms and legs, so it's a very fit figure, guys. On the hip you can see some black lines, as well as in the hands and boots, guys. You can see those lined patterns there. On the back of the figure, on the upper torso, there appears to be a production mishap with the pink protuberance there. But other than that, it's all neat. Now let's check out the head sculpt. Here we have the classic helmet. This is the pointy helmet as opposed to the round helmet that we got on the original Toy Biz Iron Man figure. The lines on the helmet were nicely sculpted as well. Okay guys, that's it for the vanilla pose. Let's check out the articulation now. Okay guys, now let's check out the articulation for Marvel Legends Iron Man. So, let's begin. Let's start with the head, guys. The head moves down a bit and up a bit. but it can move to the left very nicely, and it can move to the right very nicely as well. The head does tilt a bit to the left and to the right, to the left and right, left and right. Now let's check out the torso articulation. As you can see, the torso moves downwards or forwards, and it moves upwards or backwards if you want to see it that way. And it can move to the left very nicely, and it moves to the right very nicely as well. Now let's check out the arm articulation. The arm moves forward. The arm moves backwards all the way. And the arm can move out just a tiny bit, guys. Not very flexible here. Iron Man does have a bicep cut, and it can rotate completely like this. Very nice. Then we have a double jointed elbow articulation. You can flex the elbow very nicely like this. Then we have wrist articulation. You can rotate the wrist very nicely like this. Now let's move to the leg articulation. The leg moves forward very nicely all the way. Barely moves backwards. The leg can move out quite nicely. Iron Man does have a thigh cut. You can rotate the thigh like this. Then we have a double jointed knee articulation. You can bend the knee very nicely like this. Moving forward, we have a shin cut here. You can rotate the shin very nicely. And finally, we have foot articulation. You can move the foot up and down. And it has a bit of a rocker, guys. And that's it for Iron Man's articulation. Okay, guys, let's check out the accessories for Iron Man Marvel Legends 20th anniversary. So let's start with a couple of smoke effects. Now, this is a very interesting piece of accessory, guys, which are nicely detailed, as you can see, and they pair up with the blast effect, which we also have here. And as you can see, these blue blast effects go on the hand. They can be clipped to the hand like this. Very nice, guys. Next, we have the alternate head sculpt. This is an unhelmeted head with the comic version Tony Stark face. And look, this is very nicely sculpted with hair colored black and blue. And you can also see the blue eyes and of course his smirky smile, typical of Tony Stark. Next we have the base stand, which has the words Marvel Legends printed there. And the two pegs to enable the figure to stand there. And also you can place the backdrop to make a wonderful set. I'll show you the backdrop in a moment. And then we have the alternate hands, which are fist hands. Lastly, we have this amazing backdrop print for you to display your Iron Man figure with. And on one side we have various armors flying like the house party protocol in Iron Man 3, guys. On the other side we have possibly Stark Tower, guys. Very nice. And that's it for the accessories. Okay, guys, here we have the Marvel Legends Iron Man 20th anniversary figure based on the original Toy Biz clamshell figure. And I know there has been a lot of improvements in the new line, the Hasbro figures, but each line had its advantages and disadvantages, guys. So I'm really happy to be celebrating, as the vintage Toy Biz figure of Iron Man was one of the first figures of Marvel Legends that I had. Basically, I started with Captain America, Iron Man, Thor from the Toy Biz vintage line. So that's how my collection started with in regards of Marvel Legends, guys. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching this review. I have enjoyed reviewing Marvel Legends 20th anniversary Iron Man. Let me know what you think about this figure in the comments. Do not forget to give a like and of course subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you next on Alan's Collection.